Every single call that you have with a seller is going to have a moment of truth. What I mean by that is there's going to be a moment where we're trying to identify what is the seller's true motivation for wanting to sell this property. Now, it's our job to be listening and identify when that moment happens so we can capitalize on it. And that's what we're going to be breaking down in today's video. Listen, I've been doing live seller call reviews now for a little bit over a year, and I've learned a ton, and I've gotten better at actually reviewing these calls. And one of the things that's happened over the course of the past year is I used to break down each and every little moment of these calls, no matter what happened throughout. Over the past couple of months, I've gotten to a point where I've identified that every call always has this moment of truth, that if we steer the conversation the wrong direction, if we ignore, we don't listen, or we, quite frankly, just go the opposite direction, that's where the conversation goes poorly. And we don't get the close, and we don't even really know if we had an opportunity to close the lead. So let's break this down. Today, I did a live seller call review inside of Titanium University's implementation call. Now, the gentleman that submitted this, he's a closer. He's closing deals. Okay, so this is no knock on him, but this is one of the benefits of being inside of Titanium University is that you get to master your craft. Even though you're closing deals, it's about identifying the small percentage of deals that you're not closing so you can get better and better, capitalize on those leads that you're purchasing, right? So he submitted this seller call review. And what happened was he was talking to a standoffish seller, kind of an older gentleman, you know the type, real short, 2, 3, 4 word answers, 75,000. If you want it, come out and take a look at it, that type. So he's trying to get the seller to open up. And how do we do that? We do that with open-ended questions. Tell me a little bit about what you got going on. Why are you looking to sell the property? Tell me a little bit more about the condition. Just trying to get the seller to open up and divulge information. Now, one of the things that I've asked everyone inside of Titanium University to do is when they submit their seller call reviews is that they also submit it where they share their screen. Now, this is vitally important for me to fully understand what the closer is doing throughout the seller call, because it's not only about the words that are said between the closer and the seller. It's also about understanding and being able to identify the responses that we give while also analyzing the actions that the closer is taking, right? We ask you to comp and underwrite the deal live on the phone with the seller. And at times, what I want to see is like, what are you looking at? Are you looking at comps? Are you looking at Google Street View? Is that where you're basing your questions off of? Because that's important. I want to understand that. And it's really helped me be better at coaching during these calls so I can see what the closer is doing, not only hearing them. So what happened on this call is the closer asked, why are you looking to sell this property? And the seller responded kind of a very short rebuttal, didn't really say anything. The closer paused for a second, and it was great, just 2-second pause. And then the seller said, I've just got some debt I want to pay off. Now, unfortunately, because he was sharing his screen, I could see all of the actions that he was taking, and he was right in the middle of trying to identify what the after repair value was, and right in the heat of comping. I don't think he heard the seller. He didn't listen to what that seller said. Now, our job during that moment is to be identifying what is the seller's true motivation. Because without that knowledge, we do not understand how to navigate the rest of the conversation. Early on during a live seller call, or any seller call, not necessarily live, but a seller call, okay, our job as the closer is to identify 2 things, price and motivation, because there it points us in the direction of how we navigate that conversation. We identify motivation by asking open-ended questions. Tell me a little bit about what you got going on. Why are you looking to sell this property? Seller says, I need to sell it to pay off some debt, or I have debt. Now, unfortunately, this university member did not hear that, and he just gave a filler answer. I feel you there. All right, so you're wanting $75,000. That was his answer. And that's where I paused the video, and it opened up this great conversation between the Titanium University members, where that was the moment of truth right there. And every single seller call has these. And I've gotten to the point now that when I see that moment of truth missed, I almost just stop the seller call review, because it's like, what happened? What happened from that moment moving forward? You miss that moment, and you almost can't recapture it unless you just go back to it at some point in time. But our job in these calls is to be a chauffeur. The seller is navigating and tell us where they want to take the conversation. He wanted to talk about the debt. He wanted to talk about selling his property to pay off that debt. And because we didn't explore that, and it could have been as simple. This came from several university members. You guys know them. They've been on the YouTube channel. Cesar Lacosta, Galen, they had great examples of this. It doesn't take much during that moment of truth. Galen had a great point. You could simply just repeat what the seller said in question form to get them to really open up and give us the information that we need. So his example there was when the seller said, I just want to pay off some debt. Debt? Just see how the sellers respond with that simple of a question. A lot of times what you'll find out is when they start talking about the debt, it gives us such valuable information. It's not necessarily that we're going to understand the specific amounts, but it could be. It could be that's where they're basing their price off of. It could be basing off the fact that it's not a closable lead, or that maybe they need a specific amount and they don't understand how a real estate transaction actually takes place, right? They don't know that there's no realtor commissions, that we're covering the closing costs, that all these things get covered, and it's really a net amount to them. Such a powerful tool to understand, okay, you have debt on this property, so there's a certain amount that you might need. If I were able to get you that certain amount, would that work for you? We've seen that time and time again where it could be 20, 30, 40, 50% below what their asking price is, because they just don't know that we're giving them a net number. Now, on the grand scheme of things, taking away from this one specific example, every call is going to have this moment where you identify the seller's true motivation or the fact that they're not motivated. And it is your job to identify that. And the best way to identify that moment is when you have a seller say something along the lines of why they're wanting to sell the property. And you can point blank just ask them, so why are you looking to sell this property? And when they give you that answer, it's your job then to follow up with anywhere between 2 to 4 more questions in regards to the answer they give you. Debt? That's why you're looking to sell? What does that mean? How does selling this property help you with the debt that you have right now? Walk me through what that looks like. Now, there's going to be times where sellers won't open up to you. Okay, the ones that are truly not motivated and they don't want to divulge that information. However, the ones that are truly motivated, that need to sell their house to someone like us, a wholesaler or a real estate investor, those are going to be the ones that open up. And that's where the great closes happen. And I say this on repeat, the most common type of seller that we need to get great at closing is highly motivated, incorrect price. How do you do that? By truly understanding their motivation and then reverse engineering a solution to where you can purchase the property as a real estate investor, wherein buyers buy, and solving their problem. The best way to do that is know what the price is up front, then identify the motivation, and then we can go back and revisit the price. This is why I am so confident in what we're doing with the closers formula. And I see it over and over and over again. When it works well, that's exactly the flow of the conversation. We get a price up front. We identify the motivation. We kind of stay there for a second, 3, 4, 5 questions about motivation. And then we can move on to educating them about the price, educating them on why our offer needs to be where it is, and see if that can be a solution for them. Basically, seeing if their motivation will match the price that we need to get. So, looking forward in your conversations with sellers, you need to always be trying to identify where's that moment of truth where the seller divulges something to you. Don't skim past it. Don't get lost into all of the information gathering that you think you need to do, condition, timeline, occupancy. All of that is important, but not nearly as important as identifying why the seller needs to sell the property. That is the two most important things: their price and their motivation. Everything else can come later on in the conversation. Don't force it. That's what the people that are using these awful scripts are doing. They're ignoring these responses and moving on to tell me a little bit about the condition. Tell me about the age of the roof. Tell me about the age of the kitchen and the bathroom. What's the occupancy? What's the rent rate? All of these other little miscellaneous details that we can get later on. That is not what's going to close more deals for you. Identifying the seller's motivation is the key here. And there's always that moment where if you listen and you identify it and you say, that's the direction that the seller wants me to drive, and you make sure you drive the conversation that way, that's where you'll see results. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Appreciate everybody that has allowed me to review their seller calls. It's been one of the most fun things I've done over the past year. And not only has it been a blessing to be able to coach people and make them better at talking to sellers, but it's made me a better closer and think about things so differently and more deeply into how we can close more deals. Give me a like, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow.